Guys, we've done it. We've officially completed 2020. Now, nobody touch a thing and just be very careful on what we do now. Let's just plan and then just take action. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to be going through how I'm going to be planning my year for 2021 and how I plan to get the most out of it. But if you are interested in my trading journey, make sure you scroll down just a tiny bit and smash that subscribe button. But yeah, let's get into it. So I actually have a confession to make. For the longest time, I didn't really set goals because I always thought, it's important to enjoy the journey. Yeah, if we set a goal and we hit it, we get that short dopamine hit and it feels good, but then what? It's a bit like when you're watching a TV show, you're watching Money Heist or something and you just want to watch the next episode, the next day. And by the time you finished it because you was like, I gotta finish it. But you don't slow down and savor each episode. And then at the end of it, you're just like, whoa, what happened? What do I do now? I know it's a bit of a weird analogy, but I hope it kind of makes sense. And not only that, if you have a goal and you don't set it, it doesn't really feel that nice. You're just like, oh, I didn't hit my goal by this time. And it can kind of play on you, especially with trading. Let's say you have a goal of hitting 10% this month and you don't hit it. Then you start to overcompensate and you start doing the trading no-nos like overtrading and revenge trading. And I hold my hand up. I've been there and I've done that. But that being said, I still have had goals in the past, get a good degree, get a graduate job, get this in the gym, get this in my diet. But I never really sat down and I wrote them down and says, by the end of by the end of December, do this and do that. And I didn't really plan the year like that. They were more just kind of floating in my head. But this year I've decided I'm going to write down some goals for the end of December and let's see how it goes. I'm learning too. I'm on this personal development journey as well. So I just want to better myself and join me for the journey. So subscribe. Another thing I just want to say is, even though I didn't write down goals in a journal on paper in the past, I did track progress in the past. If I want to get leaner, I'd track my weight or my calories, or in terms of trading, I've always tracked my trades so I can see how far I've come from when I started. And I think that's kind of cool because it's really motivating when you see, before I used to get this and, now I get this, whether it's in your health, like training or trading or other stuff as well, academic stuff. So that I have done. And when you track it, it's tangible and you can kind of see how things have gone. But lately I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and they kind of talk about how goals are important because it kind of gives you a direction. And the second of all, it provides you with that motivation. And if you don't hit the goal, you shouldn't beat yourself up and you should just know that, nobody's perfect and, we can make mistakes, but then get back onto it. So after listening to those podcasts and stuff, I feel like, you know what, let's try it. But the most important part about the goal is to break it down into smaller chunks, like the daily and the weekly actions you do, and focusing on them so you know that, if you hit all of those actions, you've done the best that you can to achieve the goal. So for example, if you look at the goal of, let's say, you want to earn 5% in a month in your trading account, if you hit all of those actions and you do them to the best of your ability and you don't hit that 5%, in that situation is different because we can't control the flows of the markets. And, some months are going to be slower and some months aren't going to be slower. But that's why I didn't really set monetary goals in my trading before. But I'm going to try it, and just know that if I don't achieve them, I'm not going to beat myself up for it. So normally people break it up into finance, health, and social, but I'm going to be breaking it up into trading, finance, and personal. But if you're following along and you're looking to kind of use what I'm doing, then feel free to personalize it, add your own herbs and spices and get creative. So let's just pick one of the topics because it's a trading channel. Let's do trading. So I'm not going to be going through my own goals because it's personal to me. So I'm going to be going through something that another trader might have in their goal plan. So for the three categories that people might have, health, finance, and social. For health, it could be get a six-pack by the end of December, earn an average of 5% per month, and get a girlfriend or a boyfriend. Then I think it's important to break it up into a weekly or daily habits where you track different habits or actions. Then after that, track those different habits and tally them up. So let's jump into my Notion and I'll show you. But before we go on, scroll up just a bit and smash that subscribe button. For this example, let's pick trading. So I think it's important to establish one goal for the end of the year, and that could be to achieve a 5% return each month on their trading account. Obviously, this is just an average. Now, sometimes they might achieve 2%, -2%, 7%, 4%, whatever, but on average 5%. And the person can obviously look at their past performance. And then once the person has the goal established, I think it's important to break up that end of year goal into either weekly or daily goals. For example, on the screen I'm going to show you now, here we have a weekly trading tracker, and this isn't mine. This is just an example that I've made for somebody who might trade. If they have, you know, a goal of, let's say, 5%, and then they would have 52 weeks down here. So this would be the first week, second week, third week, fourth week, fifth week. And then these are the different habits that they'd be tracking to make sure that if they do these to the best of their ability, they know they've done their job, and that's pushing them towards the end of your goal. So for example, let's have a look. Have they done their weekly forecasting? Have they back tested for 3 hours at least that week? Have they read 30 pages or 120 pages for the week? Have they analyzed the losses that, you know, they've had, and they can kind of see, oh, how can I do this better? And the most important, have they followed their trading plan? Have all the trades that they've executed been up to par with their plan? And yeah, you can really kind of get creative with it. Studying FX course could be there, and then what time they wake up, what time they do everything, what time they finish. And this is the kind of thing that somebody could do to kind of break up their end of year goal. And yeah, if somebody continues this for like 52 weeks, you know, I think it's definitely possible to achieve their end of a year goal. And then obviously they'll repeat this for the different aspects. So if there was wanting to get a six-pack by the end of 2021 and get hench, then instead they could have eat 2200 calories, exercise, do cardio 3 times a week, watch 3 bodybuilding videos a week. I don't know, whatever their goals are. And then for social, their end goal could be find true love. And then their weekly habits could be something else. Like, I don't know, at least 30 swipes on Tinder, find nice clothes to wear, go to the grocery store to find potential mates. You know, wherever you want to find them, you know, that's totally up to you. That's not where I find them. I'm just saying. So yeah, it's down to the person. They can kind of freestyle and kind of personalize it to them. And another thing I think is important is to get an accountability partner. I've had an accountability partner for, I'd say, the last year or so, and my accountability partner isn't even a trader. He's got his own entrepreneurial path that he's taken, and a few businesses that he's working on. So it's kind of cool because like I'm telling him about what I know, he's telling me about what he knows. Yeah, we go on a Zoom call about once a week, and I basically tell him, you know, what I'm working on and what I'm working towards, and he does the same, and I keep him accountable. And if he's like slacking, like I'll tell him straight. I'll be like, yo, like, what are you doing? Like, you know, take action. And he'll do the same to me. So it's really important to do that, because when you have that accountability partner, you know, you don't slack because you know that someone else is there and they're going to put you back on the right track. So yeah, I think all of these things put together is a nice way to kind of start off the year. Like I said, I've had the accountability partner for a while, and I've done the whole tracking thing, but this whole writing down a plan, let's see how it goes. And yeah, hopefully in December, I can say to you guys like, yo, it really works, or, you know, it didn't work for me, or, you know, we'll see. But yeah, if you want that habit tracker thing, there's a template on Notion, and you just should click on it somewhere. It should say template and then habit tracker. But if you want the one that I made there, then just subscribe and then send me a DM and I'll just zip it over to you. So yeah, but yeah, if you did enjoy the video and you did find some value from it, make sure you subscribe, you comment below, you hit the notification bell, you like it, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.